Hey YouTube, if you're watching this video, you're probably trying to figure out how to get your Jeep Compass or equivalent vehicle started. I'm going to show you how to do that. This is a 2011 Jeep Compass with a 2.4 liter engine, and it hasn't ran in about 6 months. The customer stated that she pulled it into her garage, shut it off, and the next time she went to start the vehicle it just wouldn't start. She was suspecting maybe chipmunks had something to do with it, as she's got quite a few critters that are living in her garage. I've already verified proper operation of the fuel pump. There's fuel pressure. There's no spark. However, the scan tool is picking up the crank signal, so I'm a little bit lost here, and I'm chasing wires down, and I found the culprit, and I'm going to show it to you. Here's a better image. My other camera didn't want to focus, but you can see on here 1, 2, 3 slots in the back for the pins. You can see the last one's all green. It's broken off in there. And then with this camera you can also see all the green starting right along the edge there. And let me show you the broken. Let's get you out of the light here. Right there. See that? That pin is broken right off. So I went and picked up a new relay from the parts store. I'm going to clean this up, try to get that broken pin out of there, and we'll see what happens. I pulled the plastic cover off the bottom side of the fuse or the relay panel here. That just has these little clips right here. You can get in there with a screwdriver and pry those off. I took that off, and this is what I found. Both of these red wires right here that are not hooked to anything were down in there. They just pulled right out. You can see the whole cavity is filled with green. The whole thing's filled with green. So I'm either going to have to try to clean that out, which that corrosion is just like rust. You clean if it's not completely gone, it just keeps coming back. I may just end up pulling the wires out for this relay and mounting the relay externally from this block. I think that might be my easiest deal here. So I'll figure something out. We'll get her going. So this is what I did as a fix here. Let me get this light out of here. Too much light. I took the rear cover off so I could get at the wires going in the back of this, and I was able to get the wires out. However, well, I guess you can't see it. I took all the relays out, and then I peeled this white plastic piece off, but the plastic was all ate up in there from the corrosion, and it wouldn't support another wire to hold it in there. So what I did was I just removed all the wires from right there, and I installed a relay separate from the relay panel right there. I just bought that. It was $12 at the auto parts store. I just showed them the old one. They matched it up. One thing you don't have to worry about is if you go into the auto parts store to buy another relay, if you look at this relay, they have them that are very similar to this. However, the center pin, see how the center pin at the top is wider than the outer one? And if it had the other one, I'm sorry, it's wider. The ones that at the parts store, they're thin. They're the same size as these outer pins, but that center pin isn't even used. It's not even used. If you look through the box, it's a straight through, so don't even worry about it. It does not matter. It'll work. The relay, the only 4 pins that are actually used in the relay is these 2 fat lower ones and then the 2 outer ones on the top. So anyway, I think I've got everything hooked back up. This has to be unplugged to get the bracket in there, but I plugged it back in. I'm going to lower the car down and see if it starts. There was 2 red wires. I joined them together for the red terminal on the relay right there. And when I put this back up in there, I'm going to try to put some dielectric grease on this relay and mount it in a position so that it won't hold water. Hopefully something upright like that right there, so no water. It won't retain water like this thing did. This thing retains water right in that little corner, and that's why it rotted that relay out. So let's see what happens here. I'll get the battery charger on it because it's dead. The car hasn't ran I guess it hasn't ran in about 6 months. It's been parked in a garage. Bam! Okay, so that was the problem, and that was the fix. I'm going to put all that back together and smother it with dielectric grease to try to keep the moisture out as best I can, and put everything back together. I hope this video was helpful to someone. If it was, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching.